13th and 14th, but I think with a loss under their belts in the first game, these teams playing off below, the referees who I neglected to name check, we'll get to that at half time. Start the game, and that's first blood, so to speak, to the Hong Kong China team. Low winning the sprint. USA obliged to get fall and defend. Pip to the post there, Huzhou. 3-1 as you would expect, emulating the style of the teams further up the rankings. Hong Kong China looking for their first blood, but an error there. Just to give you a little bit of colour on this, the United States currently ranked 17th in the world, and Hong Kong China ranked 18th in the world, so we really should get a close game. This first period of possession going the way of Hong Kong. There's been a timeout called. Quite sure what for there, forgive me. Darting runs being made by the Hong Kong team, but not actually getting close to this USA goal. Their defensive line holding strong. They'll be proud about that. Mark Poindexter on the side for them. Very experienced coach, been in the game a long time. Got them well drilled there. And that push out, very nice to see. That's Awi for the US. Trying to make life a little bit more difficult for his Hong Kong counterpart and working well on this side close to us, matched against Chen. That's some big air on that, but that falls very, very nicely for the USA into the hands of Chen, and he moves the ball forwards. And this is a really good potential break punch. That was well seen by Huzhou, because Song was streaming down this side. Could have easily missed him. He was a long way off, but he saw him and he delivered a lovely pass, and Song really had to pick it up, dribble it forward just the one and finish it. And that's a nice break. They'd been on the defensive since the start, USA, but the first chance they get, they score, and that's nice for any team. 2 minutes gone. USA lead Hong Kong China by 1-0. Defended pretty much solidly for the 2 minutes, but that doesn't really matter now. Song takes up his position on the front. That break not taking too much out of him. He certainly doesn't want to get off the pitch now. Many would sub there after that sprint because it is draining, but Song there just content to just watch that ball, not chasing out to it. Hong Kong China managed to compress this USA defence now. They're all well within the 6 metre area. Surprised they've taken their foot off that gas, because they'd actually driven that back pretty well. USA reshape their formation. Some nice passing around the outside of the defence. Looking in. Is the gap going to come? 10 seconds. It's now or never pretty much. They're going to have to take the shot. And wow, as underarm shot goes, I wasn't expecting that, and I don't think the USA defence was. That's the captain there. So, underarm shot. Very difficult to get real power on that, but he definitely did into the far corner. Certainly not expecting that. That was a shot clock driven shot, but wow, he made it pay. So, all tied at 1. 3 minutes gone. Clear break for the USA, but really an underarm shot. Very, very nice from Hong Kong there. And the intensity up, but a pass just touched away. Makes it a corner, obviously, but no reset. And the shot clock has been reset. I can see why the volunteers have made that decision, but that wasn't a shot. Referee Bukash, completely correct. And the time reset. Very, very neat, very slick. Well dealt with, referee. Round of applause for you. Takes us a second or two, but no more, and we're on the correct decision. Well done. No argument from either team, because everyone knew that was correct. USA, come. Goal scorer Song recycles the ball to Chen. High pass over. He's got a finish. He's shown us that already. That's a great save, because Song definitely had enough time there to do pretty much whatever he wanted with that. Learn in the Hong Kong goal. Really quick paddle movement there to make that save. Inside pass, tight but not, oh, I was about to say hadn't really made enough space for themselves, but that's how wrong I can be. So again, Chen scores, that's a brace for him. Will he sub this time, or is he going to drop onto his defensive position? He's first man back, so he's covering some water. Turns and have a look, bossing the troops. Good performance from him so far. Hong Kong coming now at pace, pushed it flat, and that so often happens. We see it all the time. A team scores and then they concede. There for Hong Kong China. Just drove in, got close, shot and finished. And we're back tied at 2. Great for us, disappointing for the USA and relief for Hong Kong. Whichever of these teams you're cheering for, this is going to be quite a game. They're ranked adjacent in the ICF rankings, and these rankings, there's a lot of grumblings and criticism sometimes of them, but the bottom line is they pretty much come up true. Two closely ranked teams will have a close game. What a shocker. Now USA, this is an opportunity. Hafez is inside, having a look, fancies it himself, I think. Left hand showing the ball, took a shot, but the referee's fouled in the act of taking it, and that's going to be a send-off for Hong Kong and a penalty. Hugo's going to take this himself. I'm very sure of that. Now, Learn has shown he's a sharp goalie, but a penalty, very difficult. Before the championships, people were saying 70-30 in favour of the attacker. I think the shooters here have done better than that across the board, so I hope I don't curse Hugo with that statement. But certainly not certain anymore, not an open goal, but so close. Pressure all on the goalkeeper, really. Learn. Referee getting everybody in the correct position outside the 6 metre area. Come on, players, should really know better than that. The referees for this game from Poland on the far side, Marta Bukaj and Chad Ong on this side from Singapore. So, and a great job so far, and just controlling that. Getting everybody in the right position. I'm surprised the players don't know where they're expected to be, but that left-handed shot from Hugo, despite being in great form, Learn couldn't deal with that. USA going to a 3-2 lead. So we've seen a fair bit of action, a few goals in different styles in this game. Now, can the USA hang on to this lead for a little longer this time? They barely had it for 15 seconds before. Hong Kong will hope they can equalise before half-time as soon as possible. There is no finer time, no time where a team's more vulnerable to a quick goal than when they've just scored. I think you're going to have to try a little bit harder than that. But that was low, chancing his arm. But a bit too far out, not quite enough on it. But it's a reset, and so we'll be bringing this out. Looking for something, they're going to have to deal with him. He's got a finish, as he's proved. Or tried to no-look shot, but it's fallen back to hands for Hong Kong. That inside pass cut away far too easily, but that's unlucky. That's unlucky for So, in my opinion. He had to do that, had no choice but to try and win that ball, and just obliged to commit a foul almost on Wu for the United States. He'll have taken that one. Glad to win it. And now USA come forwards. We have Wu and 4K. Chen on the outside. So USA looking for something here. Can they find it? Oh, a keeper foul. Very sure that's what that was. Hong Kong come away. Bump on the goalkeeper. They do enjoy a slightly protected status. Somebody stationary under the goal with his paddle in the air to defend the goal is not allowed to be tackled, and if he gets bumped, but that is a loose pass, and that is a stack of work from Wu to pick it up and win it, but win it he has, gets that away, gets fouled in trying to make his pass, and this might well fall for him. Yep, Wu did great work, and actually now the fact that his Ung has been sent off for that tackle on him, blocking the pass. This will put Hong Kong China down to 4 for 2 minutes or until the USA score. That is a crucial moment in this game because that 1-goal lead could turn to 2 in the next couple of minutes. It's a big advantage, a player down. Hong Kong going to be seriously tested now. Pass to Wu. He made all that turnover of possession, but he's carried that out of play. It's a goal line throw. Referees will make them take it back to the goal line. I'm very sure about that. They won't allow them to take it from 8 metres out. And this creates a delay, which in some respects favours Hong Kong. They've got a man sent off. The more time that loses, the more it suits them at this stage. USA sitting back, looking at Hong Kong, but they decide to come now. Driving out. Was that one-on-one pressure won the ball for Wu? They're going to have to do something here. This is all a bit pedestrian for me. They're out man for man now. They're committed to it. It's taken a few seconds, but it's worked and it's fallen for them. Is there a finish here? Yes, there is. There's some natural justice in that. All Wu's hard work won the ball, turned over the possession, got the Hong Kong player sent off, and at the end of the day, it's Wu who converts it into a goal. So, a good passage of play for the USA and a good passage of play, particularly for number 9, Wu. He takes a well-earned rest, gets off and subs. USA lead by 2 with 2 minutes to go in this half. USA set up that defensive line. It stood them in good stead broadly, and they've got it pushed out to the 6 now. Again, if they stop Hong Kong replying before half-time, they'll have got a very good half, the USA. Pretty much sure that's what Poindexter has just said to them because they're working well in this defence. They're looking strong. 2-goal lead just lets confidence come oozing out. You can see it almost in the body language of the USA players. Just have to have a good section here. And that is just touched out. It must have just been the faintest of touches from Arab in the USA goal. I think it might have gone wide anyway, but Arab just got a blade to it, and it's a corner ball. So, just over a minute, Hong Kong ring the changes. Ung joins the fray, picks up the ball. Has he got instructions from the coach? They must have a play that they go to when they really need a goal, because they really need a goal now. Going to half-time, 1 down and they're okay. 2 down and it's a tough old team talk. Foul, but it just clicks away a little bit of time. USA shot clock's the game clock now, 40 seconds. Oh, they let him slide through. That was crazy. They let So slide through. He got a perfect opportunity, really, and it pinged off the post. That must have been millimetres away from being the goal that they so desperately want. 30 seconds on the half. Hong Kong, China drive forward. They've got possession, but what they want is a goal. Nice play, possession, all of that means nothing. They just want a goal before half-time. 15. Someone's got to do it. Time for a hero. And that hero, unfortunately for Hong Kong, is Song, who makes the block. They're going to struggle to get this ball. They won't get the corner taken, not in time. Clock's running. So, yep, the last intervention from Song there is going to be crucial. Takes the pressure off. Being pinged by the referee for a piece of jewellery there. Just tucked it inside his top. So, half-time. USA lead Hong Kong, China by 4 goals to 2. Quite a half. Tight the whole way, but in the end the sendings off have determined it. So often in polo now. Little bit of ill discipline. The hard work from Wu, won the ball and just drew a foul when he made the cross-court pass. And those couple of moments really have defined the half and given the USA that little buffer of a 2-goal lead. Weather here in Deqing much better today than it's been previously. There are some mountains surrounding the city that we've not seen before. Been very overcast for the first few days we were here, but it's brightened up today. The sun's out, it's warm. Humidity's risen a little bit, but all good. If we can just thank some of the sponsors of the Chinese Canoe Association, and they are Sebon Beverage, Juanbao, Sitned Sports, Oakley, Mr. Xiong, Hua Hong Pharmaceutical. Thank you them for their support of our sport. And we will name check our teams. Attacking or playing from our right, we will have the Hong Kong team with the white buoyancy vests, black boats and black helmets, and they are number 1, So, number 2, Lam, number 3, Learn, number 4, Hope, number 5, Lo, number 6, Ung, number 7, Learn, number 8, Lo, number 9, So, and number 10, So. And the USA in the black kayaks, black helmets, and the dark blue buoyancy vests. They are number 1, Hafez, number 2, Awi, number 3, the captain, 4K, number 4, Chen, number 5, Point Dexter, who is coaching at the moment, number 6, Song, number 7, Arab, number 9, Wu, and number 10, Hugo. The referees, as I got to halfway through that game, are Marta Bukash from Poland and Chad Ong from Singapore. Nothing too much to do in that game. A couple of crucial decisions. Probably the most troubling thing from a refereeing point of view was sorting out the accidental shot clock reset, which was done very nicely. As we count down to the beginning of this half, just a chance for me to thank Yupin Sport, Guokong Group and Latour Sport for their significant sponsorship of Canoe Polo over a period of time and at this event in particular. And just the army of Chinese volunteers on the table, timetable, line judging, looking after us on all manner of paperwork and accommodation issues. Been made very, very welcome here, and the second half of this very tight group game in Group MS is underway. And we're good. Low for Hong Kong, China. Rides up onto the kayak of Hugo for the USA, concedes the foul. All in a day's work for Hugo. Part of the job, I'm afraid, to take that if it comes as a sprinter. The rules and the referees trying to iron them down, but nothing too much in that one, but just caught him. And USA, now they've got the possession. The more time they can scrub off the shot clock here, or if they get a goal, even better, but the more time they can scrub off the clock without losing possession to one casual pass. Picked off by So, very important. And that is a first formal warning for number 3, 4K of the USA, for delaying that with a paddle foul, stopping the Hong Kong fast break, and he draws his deliberate foul warning. He has to watch his step for the rest of the half. Be very easy for him to pick up a green card sending off now. That's a snapshot away from Ung, but over the top, and could have done with embedding themselves a little better, Hong Kong there. You have to take your chances where you find them. But unfortunately, if you miss, the other team, in this case the USA, comes straight back at you. That's Chen and Song just chatting for the USA. Captain 4K makes a drive on his right. Oh, they've let him through. Thank you very much. They let him have far too much space, and if it hadn't been for the intervention of the Hong Kong goalkeeper, that was definitely destined for the back of the net. USA, yep. For all his protests, that is Awi. Committed a kayak tackle foul in the defence and just turning over possession. Good patience from Hong Kong. I hope it's not misplaced. Trying to set themselves up and stick to their task. Coach Kim Wai Chan surely has urging them not to get desperate, but really I think they could up the pace. They're going to run out of time if they're not careful. It's a 2-goal lead they're looking at. So makes his drive, stopped as you would expect. Can't see an obvious pass, but he finds one inside. That goes inside to Low, but he gets no change out of it. It goes underneath. USA ball. USA just taking a few liberties where the goal line is and being called back by the referee. So Hong Kong setting up. Will they start chasing this? They've moved from 3-1 to 2-2, nearly. No, back to 3-1. Driving runs coming, and that's another one. Yep, you could see that coming. They played for that. That was Huzhou. Made a call, made a move, and the ball landed perfectly in his hands, and he did just have the space. That gap was made for him by Hafiz, who cleared a little bit of room, and Huzhou saw it and ages ahead started moving and made a shout, and that's a 3-goal lead. Surely now USA will be hoping that's enough to seal the game. Hong Kong really have to score quickly. 6 minutes remaining and 3 goals. Very comfortable position for the USA, so long as they can shut this particular attack out. Ooh, and that was off a paddle onto the post, so anything could pretty much have happened there. How's this going to drop? Oh, that's the referee there. That ball was wide and anything could have happened, but a foul judged to be called, and that is a first deliberate foul warning. That has to be for Learn, number 7, I think. So, as you would expect, the intensity of this game being slowed down by the USA. 5.5 minutes. If they can take a decent chunk off a shot clock. Somebody forgot to tell that script to Song, who was chasing a goal there and very nearly got it. But it does mean that his opponents are now at least away. USA pressing them, trying to hold them there. Fair play. Keeping Hong Kong China in this half. And now it's Low under huge pressure from Wu. Wu has shown he can deal with it one-on-one. And that's USA ball, another shot clock reset, and we come inside the last 5 minutes of the game. Surely that 3-goal lead's going to look like enough for them. Hong Kong drop back to a defensive position. So on the front, not likely to do anything on his own there. He's going to need a bit of help chasing this, and USA look as if they're still chasing goals. Can't fall that. That's a disallowed goal because there had been a call for the foul on the keeper beforehand. It's not a bad tactic if you can do it to rack up a bit of goal difference here from the USA, and that seems to be what they're doing. They're certainly not holding on to this lead as such. Chasing another goal or two, well, good luck to them. But that's the risk and reward system. By playing this way, they've created an opportunity here, and that opportunity taken by Ung, pressing out to extend their goal difference. They've actually conceded one and reduced it. Probably won't make a massive difference in this game, but with 4 minutes to go and a 2-goal lead, Hong Kong might just see a bit of light at the end of that tunnel. There is a chance here. If they score another, this is going to get very, very exciting. So will the USA change its tactics? Will they make this game safe, or will they keep going for a bit more goal difference? Next 4 minutes will tell us. Huzhou. Shovel pass. Chen looks, shoots, goal throw. So Hong Kong back with the ball. If they score this possession, we will have a couple of minutes of exciting polo. Driving forwards. Ho working inside the American defence, along with So. And joined by So again. So they're in tight. USA defence has regrouped and driven them out now. That was dangerous for a moment, but nothing coming. All on the left-hand side of this American defence, but not much doing, looking for a half chance really, and that's what they need to take now. Bit of luck on a half chance is exactly it. Can't seem to decide who's going to take the shot. Someone has to, or they have to do something else. In a lot of trouble here. That's USA ball, yeah. So just had to use an American boat to pull himself up, and that's a foul. USA ball moves away, 2.5. They've got possession and the ball. No, and that's another shot, this time from Chen. It just returns possession to Hong Kong. So this keeps their hopes alive. Two minutes. 2 minutes on the half, 2 minutes on the game. 2-goal difference. All very doable in a close game like this one. But it really has to be soon. The run comes from So. The shot comes from So. The goal comes from So. That's what they needed, and it's when they needed it. Plenty of time left on the clock as it score moves to within 1. USA lead by 5-4, but their lead has been chipped away at. Exactly the way to do it by Hong Kong China. They've done a great job of coming back from 3 down. Now with 1:40 in it, this game is on a knife edge. USA had a commanding lead not very long ago, but they were chasing more goal difference, and it's come back to haunt them. Now they're going to game manage this for the win. 40 seconds on the shot clock. They can't play out the game on that, so they have to do something. They have to make a decision about how to deal with it. This is feeling very edgy from both teams now. You can almost cut the tension with a knife. Pressure's coming from Hong Kong. It's not massive. They know the shot clock's going to do something. 20 seconds on it. Wu thought he'd done enough to win the game earlier on, but now they're in a proper toe-to-toe battle. Wu drives forward, has a look. Oh, that play was phenomenal, but that shot by Awi, much as it's not a goal, it goes out for a corner, and that's the shot clock reset the USA needed. Can the game manage this now for 40 seconds? They have the ball. The shot clock is the game clock on 40. What are they going to do? Comes deep to 4K, the captain. Surely it's his decision. Goes into Awi. 4K, loose pass, chasing forwards. This is crucial. That's a big, long breaking ball. How's it going to land? It lands beautifully for So. He's got all the time in the world. But not the finish. That save is phenomenal from Song. The pressure on that, he'd got back. Fly goalie gets back, just covers it. 5 seconds on the game. That was the save that determines the game. The break was perfect. The pass was perfect. The finish was on target. And the difference between the two teams in the end was that save by Song. USA run out by winners by 5-4 over Hong Kong China in a game that looked half done just at the beginning of the second half. But in the end, it got on a knife edge. Hong Kong China chipped their way back into it and could so easily have equalised. But no, one save. That'll be all either team remembers it for. There was a lot of action in the first 19.5 minutes, but the crucial bit was that dying second save. Well done, the USA. Unlucky Hong Kong. Thank you for giving us and the subscribers at home a fantastic game. The next game on this pitch will be an under-21 men's game in Group UO, and that is between the French under-21 men and the Great British under-21 men. And we will be bringing you that